My name is Okanda Leonard, an advocate practicing law in Siaya. We are here as advocates practicing in Siaya to join our colleagues, the leadership of the Law Society of Kenya, as well as advocates across the country, to condemn in the strongest terms possible the very unfortunate and sustained attacks on the judiciary and orders of court by the head of state. We want to remind the national government, and particularly the president and his executive, that number one, the judiciary is not a branch of the presidency. It is not an appendage of the executive. Both the presidency and the judiciary are creations of the Constitution. They all exercise powers donated to them by the people through the Constitution, and for that reason it is extremely important that the President learns the need to respect the independence of the judiciary and the orders that emanate from court. The Constitution is very elaborate in terms of providing mechanisms in the event that anybody feels dissatisfied with orders that are coming from court, so that if the President or anybody in the executive feels that the courts are issuing orders that are not proper, they have channels through which they can challenge those orders. And if there is need or feeling that any member of the judiciary does not live up to the oath of their office, there are proper channels or elaborate provided within the law upon which such judges or magistrates can be removed from office. We understand that there is a need for the government to be supported to deliver on its mandate. That support can only be accorded to the government for as long as they deliver those services strictly within the confines of the law. But where services are intended to be delivered forcefully or through coercion against the law, we want to call upon the Law Society of Kenya and its leadership not to tire, or any good-willing public litigators like Okiya Mtata not to fear. We encourage you to go to court as many times as possible to ensure that government is put to check, to ensure that they are willing and are forced to comply with the law. Otherwise, we are not happy as a society that the government is hell-bent on insulting, disrespecting and abusing the judiciary. It is not in the place of the president to say that there is so much corruption in the judiciary without him tabling any iota of evidence. If there is indeed any judge or magistrate that is corrupt and he has evidence as to that corruption, I have indicated that there are laid down mechanisms within which such evidence can be processed and such judicial officer then brought to book. It is improper, it is unpresidential, it is barbaric, it is despotic for the president to keep attacking the judiciary without any proof of such allegations.
My name is Oduol Alwoch Victor, an advocate practicing here in Siaya. We want to affirm our support to the fidelity to the law and the Constitution, and we want to join hands with all members who are in support and are all in equal measure endeavoring to ensure that the rule of law and the Constitution is protected. We want to affirm that in as long as we are alive, we shall continue to uphold the rule of law and the Constitution, and any state organ or any state officer under the illusion that they will willfully disobey the court orders and of course violate the Constitution will be met with full force. And as such, we affirm that we will protect the Constitution that we swore to uphold. Thank you.
My name is Ochanyo. I practice in Siaya. Just to buttress what my colleagues have said today, we maintain that we will maintain the fidelity to the rule of law. We'll defend the oath that we took as advocates to protect the rule of law, and we just need to remind the president that court orders must be obeyed.
My name is Crispin Okelo Musa. I'm the Siaya County Paralegal Officer. we are also joining the fellow LSK team to condemn the abuse of the courts, because as human rights we think that everybody have got a right and their channels to be followed, and it is not actually good for the head of the state all the time in the rallies blaming the judiciary, their channel that he should be following, and if anything he has got some advisors who should advise that whatever is to the rule to be followed, and therefore we also join them to condemn as much as we can to safeguard the judiciary. Thank you.